One of the people I interviewed, his name is Martin Rutte, and he wrote a book called Project Heaven on Earth. And one of the things he said in the interview and in the book is that you don't need to believe in order to take action in the direction of what you want. And that startled me a little bit, and I really had to think about it. And I asked him about it, and he says, haven't we all been through an experience in our life where we did something and then afterwards thought, I didn't believe I could do that? And I thought about it, and I remembered when I was in the strongman training. Strongman training is when you learn how to bend horseshoes and bars and nails and screws and twist hard metal. And I was always fascinated because I felt like, oh, if I could do that, I'd be Superman. And I went to a training to learn how to do it. And I didn't really believe I could do it because when I went into the room, I was the oldest person in the room. I was the most out of shape person in the room. I had the least experience in doing any kind of strength training out of everybody in the room. So I was very unlikely to learn how to do a feat of strength. I didn't really believe it. And then as the course went on, they were going to show us how to bend a horseshoe. And they handed me a horseshoe. Now, if you've ever held a horseshoe, it is solid metal and it is made for a horse. It's not made for a human being to take in their hands and bend. It's not made for that. And it's not typically possible. But they put a horseshoe in my hand. And they talked about how to hold my hands and so forth. But more importantly, they taught me how to think. And I'm holding the horseshoe and I'm trying to bend it. And it's not moving. And more importantly, I'm not believing it's going to move. But I'm trying anyway because I'm now the center of attention. I'm in front of the room and everybody's roaring at me. There's like 20 people or 30 people in the room and they're cheering me on and they're urging me on and they're saying, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. So some of my energy is coming from their fire, their enthusiasm, their cheering. So I'm trying and I'm trying, but I'm thinking this isn't gonna happen. But I had learned one of the things is most of the time we're gonna try to give up right before what we want is going to happen. So I was about to give up, but because these people were urging me on, I just stayed at it. And then the horseshoe bent. I'm still in awe. It was a real, this is not a trick, this is a real horseshoe, real me, my hands, no tools or gimmicks or anything, actually bending it. I still have the horseshoe. I don't have it with me in front of me, but I wrote a book called Anything is Possible. And I think you can see that pile of metal. Those are horseshoes, nails, bolts, and everything that I bent with mind power and some muscle. But I didn't believe I could actually do it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that you may be sitting there going, Lisa, Joe, I love you both. You're nice people. You mean well, but this probably isn't going to work for me. Well, what's that thought? Napoleon Hill had said, if you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it, which is a powerful quote. Think about it. But I've kind of rewritten it. You don't need to believe it to achieve it as long as you keep taking persistent action.